Classic Truck Rescue. Fall's here, and my dad Lou and I started working on my building. And the thing is, when Lou comes out here, he has to drive about 40 miles. So when he gets here, I have to drop everything and go to work on the building, because I'm trying to get the building done before winter. And winter's knocking on the door. Lou's saying it's going to take us about 6 weeks to 2 months to get it done. But anytime he comes out here, I want to be able to jump on building the building. So I'm going to do a little switch up on the order of my videos. I'm going to do my inventory reduction video, and people have been hearing about this forever. I'm going to do it right now. I'm just going to get it done. There's not going to be a whole ton of fancy music and graphics and all that. I'm trying to clear out as many trucks as I can so that I can focus on getting my building up. I've got 3 trucks that I need to get built in my building, so the building's got to go up. So it's fall, winter's coming fast, so I'm just going to walk around the property. Jamie, say hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Jamie's going to give us a hand today because it's a Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And we're just going to walk around, and anything that I'm not planning on keeping, I'm not going to list prices right now. I'm not, because I have to go over each vehicle one at a time to determine what kind of condition it's in. So if you see something that you like, send me an email, rick@classictruckrescue.com. You can ask me what I'm pointing at. rick@classictruckrescue.com.
Because you're going to put that
in. And if somebody's interested in a vehicle, then I'll do an in-depth video on that vehicle. Then if somebody else is interested in it later down the road, I've already got descriptions of every vehicle. This is probably going to be a bit of a shocker, but I've decided to sell one of my fire trucks. We just got Slinky, the GMC V12 powered ex-Portland Fire Department aerial tiller ladder truck home, and I don't need to have 2 of the same thing. And these trucks right here are basically pumpers. They have the same capacities. They both run and drive. This one's Smoky, this one's Sparky. I'm wanting to hang on to Sparky because I'm just a little more attached to that one than I am to this one. The thing is though, Smoky's only got 11,000 miles on him, and Sparky's got 22,000 miles on him. They both run and drive. They both need brake work, but they're pretty solid trucks. Smoky needs a cab corner over here, but the floors and rockers are really nice. Probably need some door bottoms, but like I said, it's got 11,000 original miles and runs real good. We've had some fun racing it around in the pasture and things like that. Come on, Anna, come on. Now, it needs to be gone through, but like I said, I'm not going to get into a big, lengthy description of all the trucks right now. So that's one that's for sale, 1956 GMC 370 series fire truck with 11,000 original miles. If I say it ran when parked, it may have been parked for a year or 2 at the most, but it did run and drive when I parked it, and can be made to run easily again.
Somebody just keep this running?
Yeah.
Shut it up.
Yeah, that's fine. Next up, Bullfrog's not going anywhere because I'm trying to stay married to Jamie. If I tried to sell Bullfrog, there'd be problems. This is 1968 Ford F600 tow truck. Pretty neat truck. Ran and drove when parked. I've got video of it running and driving. A lot of people might be saying, oh Rick, why would you sell Brutus Bumpside? It's a big tow truck. Because I have Homer sitting right next to it, and Homer needs more work than this one needs. And all these trucks will clean up a lot. They've just been sitting. I didn't have a pressure washer for a while. I do now. Maybe as I get requests for more information about some of these trucks, I'll pull them out, clean them up, and get them running. But Homer's my true love as far as the tow trucks go. He's helped me so much on this property and getting everything out here, and we'll be keeping him. I'm open to offers on the F600. It's a pretty decent truck. Might as well give him a shot of the inside. All the boom stuff works. I've got video of that all working, and not a rot bucket, solid floors, solid cab corners, nice dash, runs and drives, all original. Door bottoms are solid. Anna, come on. We don't need to inspect them right now. Come on, sweet. Moving on. So I've sold some trucks, and I've got some empty spaces up in the pasture up here. We'll probably pull 3 or 4, maybe 5 more trucks up front. The county seems like, and as you can see, we've got a good start on the building. Right now we're just cutting up all the boards before we start assembly. Grumpy, I don't know. We seem to use him. What do you think, honey? I don't know if somebody's really interested in Grumpy. It's a very good running and driving truck. 92, I believe, Ford F350 one-ton dually, 5-speed V8. Pretty fun truck to drive. This is a 1964 Ford F100 short bed. It's had a lot of custom work done to it. It's got a supposed to be running, and the guy that I bought this from, every truck, I bought 3 trucks from him.
Grumpy too.
Yeah. Well, actually I bought 4 trucks from him. The hood latch is a pain in the butt. Oh, it's got the safety latch. My fault. Oh, it does have hood hinges on it. Anyway, it's supposed to be a pretty good 289 in it, but it has a faulty oil pump. I don't remember that being missing.
What?
That master cylinder? I thought it had an old crusty one on there.
I thought its whole problem was brakes.
Okay. All right. Oh, and he gave me a new master cylinder for it. Anyway, so this truck's had a lot of work done to it. You can see all the engine bays cleaned out. Engine's pretty clean, but it has a low oil pressure problem. Supposed to run and drive good, but needs brakes.
Doesn't it have these special wheels or something?
It's got real special wheels in the back. And it does come with new hood hinges, and there's a bunch of parts inside for this truck. It's got a C4 automatic transmission in it with a low car shifter that they did a pretty good job installing. Like I said, it does come with new hood hinges.
What's so special about these wheels?
What?
What's so special about these wheels?
They were custom widened, and I believe they're for like a 49 Mercury or something. They're kind of cool. Okay. The hubcaps are all nice. I think it's got a positive rear end too. This is a truck that doesn't need a whole ton of work. It's not a rot bucket. Needs a little work on the cab corners, a few little dings and stuff, but pretty solid, pretty straight. Not sure on it. I've got a bill of sale from the last registered owner on this, and I can get a title for it. It's either 48 or 49 Studebaker short bed. No engine, no transmission, but the outer body is very solid on this truck. Real good shape. Cab, everything. It needs floors, but the doors are solid, and pretty neat old truck. I like it. It's pretty straight too. There's no rot on any of the outer body on this, I don't think. Nope. Very solid. This cab corner is starting to get a little crusty right there, but pretty good. And I know the door bottoms are solid. This right here is a 1969 or 70 Ford 3/4 ton camper special, slider rear window. Missing a couple of pieces of trim, not a rust bucket. This one does start, and the transmission works in it. I've started it up, put it gear, and driven it forward and backwards. Been sitting a while, so ran when parked. I can get a title for this, but you know, I'm not going chasing titles for vehicles if I don't have the title and nobody's interested in it. 1970 Ford Country Squire wagon, complete. Everything's on this car. It's not missing anything. It does have crusty door bottoms. Yeah, go ahead, honey. The interior's dashboard's cracked up quite a bit. The door bottoms are rusted. I haven't really looked at the floors on it, but I don't see any gaping holes right now. The seats are pretty nice. It's a pretty complete car, and these are getting real hard to find. I would say that the most desirable thing about this car is the fact that
Hideaway headlights.
yeah, the grill. Anna, where you at? Is she in the car still?
Yes.
Anna, come on. Annabella, come on. Truck Inspector General. The grill's in perfect shape on this, and the hideaway headlight parts are good too. Another thing, I guess it's really hard to find this molding, and this has all of the molding on the tailgate as well. So 1970 Ford Country Squire wagon. It does have some rust issues, but I don't know, probably make a really sweet parts car for someone. The engine and everything's complete, all the drive lines complete. 1951 Studebaker short bus. The short bus. It's got some problems with the roof up here, but I was thinking if I was going to keep it, there's a guy could just cut the roof off at this line because it's solid inside. It's just this outer skin that's rusted on it. Belonged to a mayor in Alaska. I forget where. Do you remember where he said? Was that Juneau? Mm-hmm. Anyway, poke your head in there, honey. It was in a garage that caught on fire. It caught the back corner of it on fire, but it's not like the whole thing went up in flames. It's got a little bathroom back there with a side door that used to be the emergency exit when it was a school bus. I've got a complete, now all of these trucks and cars I have complete videos on. If you look through my channel and my old videos. What we thought was cool about this.
Oh, it comes with a TV.
Yeah, a classic television. What we thought about this, was neat about this, is the altimeter and stuff that it's got in it. Somebody said it might have been used on a military base or something, Air Force base.
Well, it's got its own charger.
Yeah. It needs a lot of work, but, you know, short buses are getting hard to find, and you don't find a Studebaker short bus very often. I've been told by some Studebaker guys that that's ultra rare to find a Studebaker. And if you look at the pedals are actually in pretty good condition, so I don't imagine it has a whole ton of miles on it.
Where's the R?
I don't know, honey. Long gone, I guess.
Could be in here somewhere.
This could be cool. This would be a complete restoration project for someone. But what I was trying to explain is the inside metal and around the window frames and doors and all that is really solid. It's just the top part of the roof. So it got kind of hot in the back, but this is all still intact and real solid metal. I would think a guy could fix this up. Like I don't think he'd have to replace this part. Just like I said, from here up, you know. Still got its California black plates on it.
Look what it says. Lib. Lib.
And there's the little bathroom. It's a little cramped, but
That's different than what I was just looking at, isn't it?
And there's a door right there that goes into the inside.
What was I looking at over there? Was that this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, it's just from like this line up that the roof's rusty. I'm thinking maybe a guy could make a wooden, like a second story up there, raise the roof, you know? 1955 GMC 350 series V8 truck. Still got the V8 in it. The original 55 GMC V8. The floors are pretty solid in it. I do have a title on it. It's got the deluxe gauges with the chrome bezels. Got the ultra rare. They call that a football tack, honey. Can you see that tachometer with the round football shaped RPM thing on it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, they call that a football tack.
It's got a deluxe heater in it.
Yeah. Well, that's an incorrect. No, that's not a deluxe heater. Oh. It's a, but it's incorrect, whatever it is. Oh. But the body's pretty solid on this. I would think that the cab and front sheet metal and all that would be something somebody'd want to have, but I think there's a problem with the frame on this. I do have a clear title on it though, and the front end's pretty nice on it. I think it's my favorite front end. Jethro, we can't get rid of Jethro. Got a clear title on Jethro. 65 Gmc Lo Cab Ford with the GMC only weird butterfly hood that opens up in 3 pieces. It's got a 350 V8 in it, Chevy that's supposed to run. I can't verify that. I never tried to get it running. I only had it for what, a couple of weeks when somebody came by and wanted it, and then we ended up getting it back. Also have another one of these, a 1957 GMC Lo Cab Ford that's out where we got Humphrey. Is that his name? Humphrey? Yeah. 57 that's in pristine condition. Really nice. This is a 1960 GMC half-ton Fleetside 2-wheel drive long bed. It's got some issues with rust around the cab. Door bottoms don't feel that bad. What I like about this truck is, although it doesn't have an engine and tranny in it, it's a very complete truck. It's got the original radio, all the gauges, all the stuff for the dash, correct original seat, mirror, all that. The bed's in really nice shape on it. This is something you could, it's already set up for a small block Chevy and like a turbo 350 automatic. The door panels are beautiful on it. Anna, come on, come on. Come on, I do have a clear title. Come on. I do have a clear title on this. And I think it's even got the original front hubcaps on it. Not for sale. Not for sale. Sold. Sold. This is first series. Like, this is parts. This is parts. Now, these old guys over here, I don't know the exact years for each one, but there are 3 or 4 back here. They're 1941 to 1947 Chevy and GMC trucks. This one's a Chevy. I don't know for sure which year, but I do know that I have the titles on all of these. So this one's a short bed, half-ton, missing the passenger side fender, but I believe I have a passenger side fender for it. It does have both of the running boards. Pretty crusty, pretty rusty. This one I think is actually cooler, and I believe this has all the engine is, and is a pretty complete truck. No, that one has it. No, that one has the engine. No engine in that one, no engine in this one. But this one, has a complete body. It's kind of crusty, but I thought this would make a cool rat rod or something like that. This is a GMC, like I said, 41 to 47, and all the bodies there. Not that crusty, I don't think. Anyway, this one is crusty. This is the one that does have the correct original engine. It's got a pretty decent grill on it, I think. And like I said, 41 to 47, that's a bigger one. So the fender openings would probably be a little wider on this one. This right here is a 1959 Chevy Viking 60 race car hauler. From what I have heard, it's one of 2 built. This was owned by a local racing team that did a bunch of trick modifications to it. They put a 427 out of a 69 Caprice in it and a turbo 400 automatic. They also did the race car treatment to the dash. This thing actually has a really nice interior. It's very solid, not rusty, and I fell in love with it when I found it because it's just unique, solid, in awesome condition, and kind of some racing nostalgia. Look at the B&M quarter stick in there and the gauge treatment over the top. This one runs and drives good, and it got the custom 60s stereo system in it. Come on, honey, come on. Look up the video that I did on this, because the interior is actually in really nice shape on it. It's got the barn race car doors in the back. We might as well show them that logo on this. It was built by Six Pack back in the early 60s. I believe the Chevrolet cab and chassis were sent to Six Pack, and they built a custom race car hauler slash motorhome on the back of it. So you open those barn doors up, and the floor is angled so you can run your race car up inside there, and then from here forward it's all RV, and the appliances and everything are in awesome condition on this. No rust even on the bottoms of the fenders. That one sold 1955 GMC half-ton V8 Hydromatic carryall. Has the original front seat. The second and third rows are missing. It's got the clamshell tailgate. This was the original color. I've got a big letter that came with this talking about how it got put in a barn for 36 years or something like that. And but I always like the kind of turquoise and stuff in there. Has all the deluxe stuff on it, which is kind of rare for a carryall. The deluxe gauges, heater. Like I said, it does have the Hydromatic. The shifter's not in there, but the transmission's still in there. The original V8 still in there, and I believe this is a low mile truck. Can't really read them, but I know there's something in that paperwork that I got with it saying that it does have low miles. Come on, Annie. Anna, come on. Come on. Anna's working overtime inspecting all these trucks. Like I said, I have the clamshell tailgate for it. I have a perfect top. There's rust on the bottom of the clamshell door, but the top is perfect, and I have a new glass for the top. I've got another carryall right next to it. Not really sure I would want to get rid of both of them, because I believe I need some stuff off one of them to finish up Boomer over there and make his rear doors. But I'm open to an offer on that. There's a video on that that shows a more in-depth description of it and the parts that I have that go with it.
What about Hunchback?
Hunchback 1955 GMC motorhome hauler from Alaska. Big back window, deluxe trim, one-ton dually. And I always thought this would be cool just to make a yard rat out of for hauling stuff around. But I don't know if I have a title for this one. If it's something you're interested in, like I said, I'm letting go of stuff I thought I was keeping. This right here, I'm just going to brush on for a second. What's that, Rick? This is the what's that corner. This is a 67 Toyota Corona that I'm selling for my friend Dale, the guy that helped me go get Slinky, my huge Seagraves fire truck. He helped me out for about 3 or 4 days back in July to get that thing home. And he has this. He drove it 300 miles with his girl to get it down here. I'll do a more in-depth video on this tomorrow, but it comes with a lot of extra doodads and stuff. Hey, if you're interested in a 1989 Cadillac Seville, this one runs and drives great. The gauges don't work on it. It does drive good, huh, Jamie? Mm-hmm. And it's pretty clean on the inside.
Oh, it's way clean.
It's very comfortable.
It smells good.
Everything works on it except the gauges.
Yes, the brand new tires on it.
Pretty decent looking car too. Come on, honey. You don't need to look hard in that one. This one runs and drives good. I've got a clear title to it. 1983 GMC Sierra Classic 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. I need to install the steering column in it. It's a project truck. The only reason I still have it around is because It's pretty solid as far as the body goes. Needs some cab corners, but it's pretty solid and straight. It has a 350 new process transfer case, turbo 350, 3/4 ton axles, but I'm probably going to want to keep the engine out of this. But like I said, I'm prioritizing. 1959 Chevy half-ton NAPCO 4-wheel drive. Been modified, got a tilt front end on it, pretty nice interior. I did a full video on this, running and driving. It was running and driving when parked. 1978? I believe it's 1978, 77 or 78. It looks horrible right now, but there's a video where we cleaned this up. It does clean up real nice. Fully loaded Sierra Classic 1500 diesel. It was the first year that GM put diesel engines, converted gas ones that they made diesels out of, in pickups. Got the original wheels. Those wagon wheel spokes have the GMC center caps on them. And story on this is a guy drove it, and back when diesel was expensive, he bought a Toyota and parked this beside his shop, and then his son inherited it and sold it to me. The bed in that thing looks like brand new, like a new truck's bed, because it's had that canopy on it the whole time. Old Yeller 1955 GMC, no motor, but that was my running driving farm truck. It's got all the deluxe chrome on it and everything, deluxe gauges, deluxe heater.
I thought you were keeping them for stage.
Yeah, I am. All right. And I'm not selling that bed. Come on, man. The 59 Apache over there is not for sale. That's one that I need to get into my shop and restored. The 77 Chevy Silverado 4-wheel drive is sold. The 58 GMC One-Ton Old McDonald flatbed is available if someone wants it. Big Bobby Hernandez's truck, not for sale. '58 or 9, I'm not sure, I don't remember. GMC fleet option pickup, 4-speed, 6-cylinder, kind of crusty, but they're really rare, and it's got the original GMC gauges that are super hard to find. I did a video on this, look it up. Yogi, I part with 57 Chevy Lo Cab Ford V8 truck. It needs some repair where it was cut out on the back of the cab. I do have the section to repair the back of the cab. Complete truck, did a video on that. 72 Chevy, jury's still out. Some guys say it's a 1-ton because it's got a 20 over here. Oh, some guys say it's a 1-ton because it's got a 30 over here, but it's got a 20 on the other side.
No, it's got a 30 over here.
Does it?
Yep.
Anyway, I don't know if it's a 1-ton or a 3/4 ton because I don't have the title for it right now, but I can get the title for it.
Where's the build sheet for that?
It's on the glove box store,
Oh.
but it doesn't say on there. I've got the hood and a new fender for this side and a new door for this side in the back of it, so it comes with a complete body. It has some rocker and floor issues, but I have the patch panels to repair those. It's available. Hannah! Annabella! Come on.
What about that blue one?
Oh yeah. 1958 Chevy Fleetside 2-wheel drive, 3/4 ton long bed. Pretty crusty. I could probably ship it with a new cab. It does not come with the GTO bucket seats. They're GTO/Chevelle bucket seats. If you know anyone that needs, I believe they're 67 to 69 Chevelle or GTO or 442 bucket seats. I'll probably sell them. Come on, Anna, come on. Good girl, come on. Come on, come on. Needs doors, needs a better cab, but I've seen worse fixed. This belongs to some people that just need it sold, and give me a call if you're interested. 58 Chevy, and I can provide more parts with it if need be. I do have a tailgate for it. 55 Chevy parts truck, but it's a complete short bed. It's pretty crusty. I don't know. 55 GMC, one of 300 made, big window. Suburban Carrier. It's GMC's version of the Cameo truck. I don't have the bed for it. I've got every part that you would need for it, including a V8 and hydromatic, because that's what it did come with. You can tell by the way the floor's got that big hole in it. That's for a hydromatic, where they put extra plates so they could get the column in and out of it. 1955 GMC One-Ton dually Napco 4-wheel drive. Zoom in on the Napco, please, honey.
The sun's
supposed to run and drive. I haven't really had time to mess with it that much. It's got a Chevy 350 in it, but it does have all its correct Napco running gear, transfer case axles, and all that. 1-ton, kind of hard to find in the Napcos. 57 Chevy rolling shell, but this is actually really solid and straight cab, doors, and front end. I've got a better bed for it. It's a long bed, half-ton, 2-wheel drive, 3200, and I have a title for it. Woody is a 1956 GMC V8, ran and drove, when parked, 350 series. I've got the piece that's missing for the grill there. I believe it's got really solid floors and stuff in it.
Yeah, he's really nice on the inside.
Yeah, it's not in bad shape inside. But
there's a video about him too.
Yep, I have a video about Woody. 1955 or 56, and I believe I have the title for it.
Why does it have a 57 grill?
I don't know, honey. That's a mystery, but it does not have a 57 hood or hood emblem, and but it does have a 57 GMC grill. I believe it's got a newer model Chevy 350 in it, 1-ton dually. Got the deluxe gauges, had the deluxe heater. It's actually kind of solid. The fenders are still on it, and well, the doors are probably rusty on the bottom. 1958 GMC. Well, that's just saving some parts for me. I've been saving those fenders and stuff for something I want to build.
This has the rare bumper bullets, right?
Yep, 1958. And they put some on 59s that they had left over from 58. Rusty. I call this truck rusty for a reason. You don't even want to look at that.
Does this have anything to do with it?
Yeah, you can see all the way through it. 1967 Plymouth Barracuda Fastback with the it needs a bunch of parts on it. The front end's kind of bent up. I looked around. You can still get the parts for the front of it. It has the correct original seats. And it's not rusty. It's got a couple dings on it, but it's pretty solid. I have a bunch of extra parts for this. As you can see, there's a bumper in there, some more chrome trim, but I have boxes of parts because I was planning on building this. I don't have a title for it. I can get a title for it, but I've never really offered it for sale because I always wanted to make a Hemi under glass out of it, but got to be more realistic.
What about Giddy? Is he for sale?
Yeah, please buy that. It's got a 428 Cobra jet in it and a Berkeley jet drive, but the boat is, every time I take it out, it tries to sink on me. And the only reason I still have it is I was thinking I could use the trailer, and I was thinking I could get a better boat and put that 428 and Berkeley jet drive in it. 55 Chevy, 3/4 ton, long bed. Just kind of a shell of a truck, but I do have a title for it. 58 GMC V8 3 in the tree truck. Pretty rare for a V8 3 in the tree GMC.
What's over there in the bushes?
57 Chevy, big window, short bed, and
What else is in the bush? The Corvette's right there?
Corvette right there. There's a Ranchero right there.
Oh my gosh!
There's a swash.
There's a pile of frames right there.
Yeah, it's just got to come out. But see, honey, I don't want to offend people until I get my building up. So, you know, it ain't gonna kill them to sit there for a minute. You know what I mean? That's a 69 Chevy 4-wheel drive, half-ton frame with axles with a 58 GMC bed on it. There's a long bed, step side there. This is a 58 Chevy V8 4-speed Fleetside truck, which is actually pretty complete and has the deluxe cab chrome. I do have a short bed Fleetside with the original stainless on it, but I'm probably not going to just be giving that away. So if somebody knows what that's worth, and if it was sitting on a original V8 truck, talk to me. Rick at ClassicTruckRescue.com. That's parts truck. Boomer 1.
You're selling him?
Boomer 1. Look at the old videos of this. I do have a title for it. There's no engine in it right now. It has the original transmission. You really need to look back at the old videos. I've got the front end pieces for it. It's a very solid cab, doors and fenders, and the bed solid. I built that bed. It's extra wide and extra long to cover the dually rear wheels. Parts. That cab sold. Digger, 1955 GMC 370 series, I believe. Big back window, deluxe chrome, V8, runs like a champ. And we named it Digger because Jamie couldn't believe it never gets stuck. But it runs real good, and the brakes work good on this. It came with the deluxe cab, all the deluxe chrome, and tinted windows. That one's sold. Can't tell window P GMC. Parts. 1970 Dodge Dart, 6-cylinder car. Little rust in the quarter panels, but it's very complete, and got all the original seats. Nothing's been hacked on the dash or anything. And then over here, I do have a clear title on that. And then over here under this tree is the quarter panels for this car, because I had a complete another 70 dark swinger, a complete B5 blue dark swinger with the white vinyl top that this tree came down on and T-boned, but the quarter panels I think are still good, so those would go with that. Wildcat. This is the only one I have the title to. 1970 Buick Wildcat. Got hit in the front, but it didn't shove the radiator into the engine. It still has its original 370 horsepower, 510 foot-pounds of torque, 455 V8 in it. It's a custom coupe. They're ultra rare. That come with the buckets and the console like that. The interior is dirty, but it's not torn up, not ripped up. Show the headliner too, honey. It will clean up very nicely. I have a whole ton of parts that go with this car that I spent years collecting. I've got 2 radios for it, the 8-track multiplex, the flip screen, the one with the amp for the back. Anna, come on, honey. Come on. So it's got damage in the front end, but I've got this here Wildcat convertible that goes with it. It's got a bunch of the front end stuff on it. The grill, I have a brand new, well, not brand new, but I have an NOS front bumper put away inside for the front of it. So that, along with these grills and headlights assemblies, would help that car out a lot. This one does have, I have the white parade boot for it, and also it's got the convertible top glass in the back of it. This goes with it. 1970 Buick LeSabre 4-door, just because I wanted send all the Buick stuff to one guy that does Buick. This is the 1970 Buick receiver front half of a car. It's got the whole frame, the engine, the transmission, 455 V8, basically the whole front third of the car. You come over here, get a shot up under there. I thought this would be good to have for somebody that wants to fix the Wildcat in case they want to leave the convertible intact. But that's everything, the whole shebang. I'm not sure on this. It's either it's a 48 to 53 GMC 3/4 ton long bed step side, and I have every part as far as the body goes. The doors are solid, hood, fenders. I've got all the grill stuff for it, and I thought this would be a good thing to have with that, which is a 1950 Chevy 5-window cab short bed step side, in case a guy wanted to put that cab, and well, that's a 5-window cab too. But anyways, be nice to send all this stuff to the same place.
What about that one over there?
I cleared all that out. That looks better, huh?
What about that?
Road apple.
Oh, that's road apple?
1970 Ford. Anna, get over it. Come on. Come on. 1970 Ford half-ton long bed. Anna, come on. Stay away from these. Come on. Come on. Half-ton long bed. It's got 289 and 3-speed on the floor in it that it came factory with. Runs and drives. It's going to need a clutch after a while because it's getting a little slippery. But the cab's super solid on it, and somebody just wanted all the sheet metal off of that truck, so that's what they got, and I wound up with the rest of it. Got a clear title on it too. I think that's it, isn't it?
What about the tanker stuff?
The what? Yeah, we don't need to go in there yet.
Alright, so that's it.
Thank you, honey. Okay, so that's, I realized I was going kind of fast, and it's a lot to digest, but I was just trying to show you what I got. And, you know, I realized I didn't spend a lot of time describing anything, but if you're interested in something that you just saw, send me an email, rick@classictruckrescue.com, and we'll take it from there. Peace out. This is all the area that I cleared prior to the wedding. Really opened it up out here. We used those 2 trucks over there for a stage for the band. Use that front clip over there to hold the kegs. There's that bed I was telling you about with the stainless on the side of it.